Yo, what is good YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best team possible for less than 500,000 MT here in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 10,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting PG is going to be Pink Diamond Magic Johnson. I know the Opal just came out, but this Pink Diamond is still an elite level point guard. Before the Opal came out, I had this Pink Diamond as the third best PG in the game, which I guess means I have him fourth now. But with the Opal out, he's a lot cheaper than he was. Really affordable, and still an incredible PG with amazing size, super solid all around badges. I know he doesn't have incredible shooting badges, but the defense is very solid even with no anchor. He's 6'9", and he's got really good all around defensive stats. Half quick first step, clamp breaker, dimer, unpluckable floor general, bow leaf, post spin. Super solid finisher on the interior. He's a great standing dunker. He can shoot the ball when he's open, and he's got great speed. Does not move well in the half court. The Magic dribble style is not good, but the Lillard behind the back on Magic, and it's true for both the Pink Diamond and the Opal, is the most glitchy full court dribble sig in the game. For whatever reason, on Magic, it triggers better than on anybody else and gets you to the rim the easiest. He's got normal leaner as well. The size, the versatility, the defense, and the full court ability, as well as the mashing that he gives you at 6'9", makes him a perfect point guard for any type of team. And he's only 80K now, which is really cheap. Speaking of 80,000 MT, Terry Dishinger's also 80K. Both of these cards are really cheap for how good they are. Terry is still an elite level shooting guard, 6'7" with a 6'11" wingspan. Really everything about this card, he's basically a perfect card besides two things. He doesn't have handles for days, he doesn't have anchor. The handles for days being the bigger issue. You can live without anchor, but no handles for days really is a pretty significant badge to be missing. But outside of that, he's got everything you could ask for. Hoff Bully, Limitless Takeoff, Posterizer, bunch of great Hoff and gold shooting badges. Gold clamp, or Hoff Clamp Breaker, Quick First Step, Challenger clamps as well. Ton of other gold badges across the board. He's fast, he can shoot really high, at a really high level. He's a great slasher and a really good defender, especially on the perimeter. Got good size, a great player build, an elite release, normal leaner, incredible sigs. This card is so good all the way around. They just messed him up not having handles for days. That's really his biggest flaw, and it really holds him back a lot, because I think if he could get handles for days, he'd legitimately be like a top 3 shooting guard in the game. That's how good this card is, but without that badge, it hurts him a little bit. But that being said, he's still an incredible pickup for 80,000 MT at our starting shooting guard. Starting small forward is going to be Andre Karolinko, one of the best value cards in my team, period. Only 26,000 MT for a 6'9", elite 3-and-D small forward with a great wingspan, incredible defensive badges, as well as good playmaking. Hop Clamp Breaker, Quick First Step, all the key gold playmaking badges, solid shooting and solid slashing ability. He's pretty quick, incredible defender, and can shoot and dunk at a very solid level. Solid release, normal fade, MJ dribble style with the Clamp Breaker, Quick First Step at least gives you the ability to get some standing dunks and things like that, use a little bit of playmaking ability. And overall, he is an incredible top tier small forward, especially for a 3-and-D guy next to 2 guys who can handle the ball more in Magic and Terry, and I think he's the perfect option at the 3. Excuse me. At the 4, we're going with another 6'9" guy, Bob Nedelicki, who is the most expensive card on the team. He's 95,000 MT, which is pretty expensive, but 6'9" with a 7-foot wingspan. He doesn't have the greatest size, but his defensive hoffs are insane, as well as the gold badges. Playmaking badges are solid, even with no clamp breaker. He does need break starter. The shooting is really good, and the finishing is also very good. He's only got an 83 shot 3, which seems a little low. The speed also isn't incredible, but the defense is amazing. The rebounding is amazing, and that really helps make up for the fact that he's only 6'9", but what really puts him over the top is an incredible release. This percent base on quick with Tim Duncan's upper, this is a top release in the game, period, in my opinion. Like, this is one of my favorite release combos between a lower and an upper. It's just so easy to green, and he can move solidly well as well. Giannis size up and MJ dribble style are very solid sigs. He dunks the ball at a high level, has front clutches, which are the best safe dunk besides quick drops off 1 in the game, and I still think he's an elite level card at the power forward position because of how good he is defensively and how incredible his release is. David Robinson's going to be our starting center, 68,000 MT for D-Rob, who's a top 3 big in my team. You could argue he's the second. I have him third, but I'm not including Oluwakonde, who's a free card this time, because don't really think we need to if we don't have to for a free card. But 7'1" with a 7'5" wingspan, hot spots from both corners, 8 hoffs are bully, masher, post spin, and 5 great defensive interior hoffs. The defense is incredible. The rebounding is really good. The interior, especially on both ends of the court, is phenomenal. He's got a really good release, capable shooting ability, good athletic ability, and gold clamp breaker and quick first step. Does need break starter added, as well as, but you could upgrade his bailout, but I guess he does already have it on silver, which is good. The release though, D-Rob release, even on normal, big fan of it. One of my favorite big man releases in the game. He does not move well, which is annoying, but he does still have front clutches. He's got incredible size. He's a great interior big and can shoot the 3 at a really high level, so he's an elite option for our starting center. Penny Hardaway, the Amethyst, is going to be our backup PG, and I know you're probably saying, Amethyst Penny? What are we talking about? I'm gonna be honest, I did not realize this card was nearly this good when he dropped a couple days ago. This is basically nearly an exact clone of the Pink Diamond Penny with less Hall of Fame badges. When you look at the stats, they are slightly worse, but not by a significant margin, and really not for the most part in crucial areas as well, which is super nice. The biggest deficiencies are shot IQ and draw foul, and who cares about those, as well as intangibles? Like, nobody cares about that. That's 30 of the 54 stats right there that he's worse on. Everything else really is not significant. And then you look at the card as a base card, and like, he's got 40 gold badges, 2 Hoffs are quick first step and clamp breaker. He can shoot the ball. He's a great finisher with gold limitless takeoff and posterizer. Really good defense even with no anchor. Solid defensive stats as well, and it's a 6'7" PG. He's got the size to compete against the tall elite PGs. 91 speed and excel, 85 driving dunk, 85 shot 3. Has a solid release, normal leaner, moves pretty well in the half court. I love this card for 1.5 KMT, which is unbelievably cheap. I mean, he's just the perfect value PG if you need a point guard in my team. Might have to try him out on my no money spent as well. But Kazi's going to come in at our 50,000 MT for Kazi, a great shot creator, 6'5", so a tiny bit undersized, but he's got a good wingspan. He's a really solid slasher, very good shooter, gold limitless range. The playmaking badges are incredible, and he's got gold anchor as well. Defensive stats are super solid. He's a great slasher, great shooter, and great athlete with a very good release, normal fade, super solid sigs. Ton to like about this card. Really, I think the only thing that I don't love is the upper. Jalen Green upper I don't think is amazing, and it kind of hurts his release a tiny bit, but it's still a great release. He's also a tiny bit undersized at small shooting guard, but he's still an incredible card and comes in as our backup shooting guard, fitting in really well. Paulo's actually going to be our backup power forward. I don't love this Paulo card, or I should say backup small forward, but this is not my favorite card on the team, probably my least favorite, but we don't really have another elite budget small forward right now, so he's going to get the job done. He does have great size, 6'10" with a 7-foot wingspan, 4 out of 5 hotspots, 8 Hoffs, including a bunch of finishing badges, clamp breaker, pogo stick, and rebound chaser. But the biggest flaw with the card is no anchor, no challenger, no clamps, no glove. Missing those 4 defensive badges, which are pretty crucial, is annoying. No agent 3 or limitless range either, but he's a good shooter, good all-around defensive stats, great slasher, obviously great size at small forward, and very big, good release, good leaner, good sigs, especially for a small forward. Like, a lot to like about Paulo. Just missing the defensive badges is really his main flaw, because outside of that, he's a great card, and he's 6'10" at small forward, which is something you can't overlook. But for me, still slots in at the backup small forward. I think he's a very solid card, despite missing those defensive Hoffs, or defensive badges in general. Amari's going to be our backup power forward. Amari's about 34-ish thousand MT, 6'10" with a 7'1" wingspan. So he's got capable size. He's an incredible slasher, obviously, which, duh, it's Amari Stoudemire. Quick first step and clamp breaker on Hoff as well, which is incredible on a power forward. And then the defense is very solid. Good defensive stats. Great speed for a power forward. He's a good shooter and obviously an incredible dunker. Super solid rebounder. The release on very quick really helps elevate his release, because on normal and even on quick, it's not that great, but on very quick, it's really solid. One of the first guys to get a release on very quick this year. Normal leaner as well. MJ dribble style, John Wall escape, and the lid behind the back. These are some of the best power forwards, or best sigs in the game on a power forward, which is just another added value that this card gets. And for 34 KMT, again, one of the best value cards in my team. And then at the backup center position, last player on the team is going to be Marc Gasol, who comes in at right about 30,000 MT. Mark, just like AK, just like Amari, just like a guy like Penny Hardaway, some of the best value cards in my team for their price, can compete at a high level. 7'1" with a 7'4" wingspan gives them great size. Hot spots from 4 out of 5 spots. 10 Hoffs include Hoff Limitless, as well as a bunch of other good finishing, shooting, and especially defensive Hoffs. The interior defense is absolutely elite. He does need quick first step added, but he's got a 93 3-ball. Not super fast. That's probably his biggest flaw. And he's not the greatest dunker in the world, but he's a 3-and-D center who rebounds at a super high level, and that is incredibly valuable. Super fast release as well. I know it looks weird, but it's honestly one of the quickest releases in the game at a big. And he's even got MJ dribble style, Kobe escape, and quick drops off 1. So he's got some sigs and some dunk animations to him as well. Ton to like about this card, and he's the perfect backup center for this type of team. So this is the final team we built for less than 500K. It's right at 489.5 KMT, so just under 490K. So fits in under that 500K mark, and I think it's a really, really good team for incredible value that really can compete and give you an incredible base team using all auctionable cards in my team. You add some free cards to this type of team, things like that, maybe an unauctionable pull from these packs. You're looking really, really pretty with this type of team to compete in any mode at a high level. So hopefully this video does help you all out. If it does, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.